Yeah, those are like red shirts. He said NAIA, baby. And those are the starting lineups. I'm going to want that back. I was just showing you to, if you wanted to circle them.
Downtown, she has her arms around your waist with a balance that will keep her safe. Have you ever felt the warm embrace? Have let her sit between your legs? You don't want no beef, boy. No, I run the streets, boy. Better follow me, Troy. What you see is what you get. 'Cause I'll never forget.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to DeVos Fieldhouse for tonight's Women's Division III basketball matchup here in Holland, Michigan. I am Eric Van Swal alongside Blaine Weers-Bickey.
Yeah, glad to be on the broadcast with you, Eric. And looking at the matchup we've got coming up here as we're about to hear starting lineups, we've got Rochester College driving across the state here to Holland, and mostly clear drive for them until they get into Holland and see the 1.5 foot of snow we just got. They've got a 13-12 record coming off a win. You got to watch out for their high scorer, Jackie Highstreet, 5'11" senior forward, using that size to get some buckets. But I tell you what, we'll see if she's ready for the size that Hope College has gotten, and a size that really has made things tough for other teams throughout the year. We'll see how things go there. And then, of course, the Dutch are still undefeated on the season at 21-0, 13-0 in conference play, getting sort of a strange conference break. You don't see this with the men, with the women here, taking the non-conference, and Rochester an NAIA school, so an interesting matchup at this point in the season.
Yeah, especially interesting note that everybody else in the conference is playing a conference match tonight except for us. Here at DeVos Fieldhouse, the Flying Dutch are taking on the Warriors. Coach Brian Morehouse of the Flying Dutch coming fresh off his 500th victory. Big congratulations to him. And Clint Pleasant is managing the other side here.
Yeah, and the reason for this strange non-conference game at this point in the year, everybody's gotten one. It's with St. Mary's being only participating in women's athletics in the MIAA, of course, being an all-women's school. You've got that odd number at 9, so you're going to have your 4 matchups and then one extra team each Wednesday and each Saturday. It's either going to get a bye or what we're seeing here, might as well schedule another team that has an open slot. And so that's what we're seeing here. We'll see if Rochester can stay above 500 here and try and give Hope its first loss of the season, still 21-0. Everybody's ready to give Hope their very best game when you're looking at a team that's undefeated, of course.
Yeah, they are rolling and have been rolling all season, winning by an average of 30 points, led all the way by senior All-American Moore McAfee, averaging over 15.5 per game. We'll see if the Warriors wearing the red tonight are able to slow them down, or if that train's just going to keep on rolling all the way to the station.
Yeah, Rochester's already played 3 MIAA schools. They're 2-1. They won a tight one against Albion and took care of business against Kalamazoo. They did, however, lose to Olivet by 20, a team that Hope's taken care of twice. So it will be interesting to see how things go this evening. Got some common opponents.
That's right, and for starting lineups, we have Bethany McCord, Sam Charney, Jackie Highstreet, Erica Schwartz, and Tiffany Mish for the Warriors. And for the ladies in white, Autumn Anderson, Mandy Traversa, Maura McAfee, Liz Perkins, and Angelique Gaddy, as Gaddy takes this tip that was won by McAfee. Perkins to Anderson, to Traversa. She's been known to hit from deep. Gaddy at the elbow, running the weave are the Dutch on this first possession. Anderson from the corner. That 3 balls off the mark, gets her own rebound. Skip pass all the way over to Traversa is knocked away. And that one was almost picked up and taken by leading scorer Jackie Highstreet.
Yeah, Highstreet had a beat on that pass, a tough skip all the way across the court. Just not quite enough on it to get there. Good ball movement, though, from Hope to finally get an open look. Anderson just couldn't quite knock it down, but you're going to get another chance here.
The Warriors coming out in what looks to be some type of a matchup zone, kind of. But McAfee's going to lay that one in for 2.
Yeah, that's an easy way to score buckets, having an All-American wide open for a layup with her dominant hand. Going to need to do something better defensively there if you're Rochester.
Backdoor cut was the option there from Schwartz, but taken away. Gaddy the other way, leaving it for Anderson, and was almost 2 more for McAfee. Instead, we're going to have 2 shots.
Yeah, McAfee, with that kind of size, you don't see her get rejected too often. It looked as though she was knocked in the back of the arm at first. Didn't seem like there'd be a call, but after the ball hit the floor, did end up seeing the call. So now McAfee going to the line for a chance to get 2 more.
Yeah, I thought that call was maybe a little bit delayed. In any case, knocks down the first one. Hope out to a nice 3-0 lead, 1 minute in the game. McAfee, all 4 points for her team. Erica Schwartz now running the show for the Warriors.
Hey, don't be fooled. Everybody in this Hope team can score. It's somewhat coincidental that's the All-American that's got all the buckets.
That is very true. Bethany McCord laying that one in for the Warriors. Knifing through the defense. Gaddy from the top of the key for 3. That one's off the mark. Rebounded well by Highstreet. Over to Schwartz, looking for a secondary break. Finding, is that Charney in the corner? Yes, it is. Hounded by Anderson, and that's going to be a 5-second call.
Yeah, nice defense there from Anderson, but at the same time, Charney wasn't, trapped by 2 defenders or close to the sideline there. Had plenty of time to take a dribble and get out, get some space, but just decided to sit there and got a 5-second call.
Classic case of picking your dribble up too early. I mean, she was out in front of most everybody on the floor. Perkins looking inside for Anderson, knocked away. Highstreet comes away with it. That zone might be proven effective the first couple minutes here. Coach calling out the play. Schwartz looking for the pick and roll. That one's tipped away. McAfee's got it now. Up to Gaddy. Going in for the lay-in, off the mark, but McAfee cleaning it up as she has so often in her career.
Yeah, it's always nice to have, and that's just good hustle, even when it looks like somebody else is going to get the bucket. You never know. And a good hustle from the All-American there.
No layup is safe. Schwartz throws that one away, possibly off Highstreet, but in any case, it's going to the Dutch. Sub in now. Kendra Kuyat, number 3, into the game. And it looks like Schwartz is going to take a seat. Might have been a little shaken up on that last play.
Yeah.
That's never good. Don't like seeing that. Anderson in the paint now. Perkins driving. Looking to kick. Comes back in. Finds Anderson in the paint. Floated one. No good. Got her own rebound again. Traversa lights one. Another one off the mark. McAfee brings it down. Perkins thought about it.
Rochester lucky hope's not hitting the 3-ball right now, because if they get that going, they're a pretty tough team to stop. They can score from a lot of different areas.
That's true. Anderson had it in the middle of the paint again and was looking for McAfee down low. But it was knocked away. Hope's going to retain possession here. 6-2, 7 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Early going so far.
Hope fortunate Rochester's lost a few balls out of bounds. It could have really resulted in a couple turnovers. Could be tied up, but that being said, Rochester lucky it's as close as you mentioned.
Very true.
Hope can't quite get the 3-ball to go right now.
They're still working to find their mojo. Anderson was looking all around to pass, found out she was wide open. Rims out. Coming back the other way is Kuyat. Now High Street. Looking off the window, no good. Rebound fought for. And Perkins and Laura Suhi, who just came into the game for the Warriors, end up in a jump ball. Warriors ball. Seems to be a very slow-moving first quarter.
Indeed.
And, well, you can't fault Hope for it. They do tend to start out a little slow sometimes, as High Street pulls this one from the corner, and that is money. Can't leave her open.
Yeah, easy to see why somebody with her kind of size is leading scorer when she can shoot like that from outside as well. Hope's got a few ball players like that, though, that they've got to get going.
Very true. Only up 6-5 right now. Traversa to Anderson. To Perkins. Driving back to Anderson. Thought about a 3. Drive, skip pass, Traversa. She lights up another. Off the mark again.
She thought she had that one. She was heading down the other way.
Definitely, and she followed her shot. That was her ball.
Hope able to force the jump ball, though. There it's Gaddy, and the Dutch are going to get possession back here.
That's just great hustle right there. Starting out pretty poor shooting from downtown. Have yet to make one. They are known for their three-point abilities, though. Generally about 35% as a team on the season, which is pretty impressive. Got a whistle here. And Kuyat's called for the block. That is her first and the second on Rochester this game. Inbounds, Perkins. Pick set by McAfee. Perkins driving all the way to the rack, and that's an easy 2.
Yeah, went all the way around the right side. Touched just about every part of the perimeter of the paint. Ended up getting an easy layup.
I'm going to avoid any parting of the Red Sea puns right there. And Gaddy's going to get a foul. Her first. Paris Madison and Madison Gears checking into the game. At the same time, we might have to denotate which Madison we are referring to.
Coach Buzzin trying to make sure he gets the call into his team here. See if they try and work a bucket. And a moving screen called right away.
Coach Pleasant clearly doesn't know how to work a referee, going right in with the "that's awful" call.
Yeah, that's not quite the way to win the official's heart early on here. Not 5 minutes into this game.
While I might tend to agree with the coach in that it was a bad call, that maybe isn't the way to go about it. McAfee from the elbow. Looked like he got tipped and had to have been tipped.
Okay, the referee's going to talk about it first. He calls it over to Rochester, but I'm thinking there's no way she missed a shot that badly. You could tell right away that it was tipped.
Definitely thought it was tipped, especially when your All-American is airballing it by approximately 6 feet. Has to be tipped in some way. Hope does get this one. Madison was looking for Madison Gears. Goes all the way into the backcourt, tracked down by McAfee, who looks like she might be able to run point guard if she really wanted to.
Shot clock running down here. See if the Dutch notice.
Traversa driving. Going to get called for the foul. Coach Pleasant unhappy again. They're going to get her on the floor. I thought maybe she was shooting, especially with the shot clock running down. Apparently not. That's all right.
And eerily quiet here in DeVos on a snowstorm type of day.
We can only think that there's a lot of people watching from home. Step back from Traversa off the mark.
Yeah, Traversa's missed the first 3 shots, but she's not alone. Doesn't seem like anybody from the Dutch are doing a very good job getting them to fall. 3 of 11 for a team.
That is Laura Sully going up with a shot, but that shot is coming right back her way. Hope back the other way. Looked like Paris Madison double dribbled there, but the refs might have missed it. Gears to Traversa. Anderson at the top of the key. Looking to drive on Schwartz, who's back into the game. McAfee from the free throw line. 2 dribbles, spin, left hand, throws it up off the mark. On the ground is Gears and a couple Warriors players, and that's a jump ball.
Yeah, another jump ball there, and boy, that was pretty close to looking like a WWE move down there as Laura Suhi was ready to take the basketball at all costs. Looks like we almost got a suplex thrown down there on Madison Gears, but in the end, referees quickly in to call it before anything like that happens.
Yeah, that's coming from a guy who spent way too much of his childhood watching the wide world of wrestling.
Wide world of wrestling? Oh, man.
You know, it's the wide world of sport, but it's just the wide world of wrestling. Kuyad looking inside, finds High Street. Nowhere close. But she's going to the stripe.
Yeah, they're going to get Traversa with the foul here. And the next opportunity, we'll have a substitution as well. Jack McSchwartz going to get a chance, perhaps, to get some first half PT here. High Street at the line, and obviously a huge part of this team. She's able to lead her team in most of these games scoring-wise, and when you've got that size, we saw her knock down the big three, clearly a versatile player.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And as a senior, very experienced player. She's got, what is it now, 5 of her team's 7 points. Paris Madison all the way in for 2 more. Seems like all of Hope's points have come off right-handed layups.
Yeah, Rochester's going to have to shore up the defense down low. Tough to do with all the size that Hope's got. They're doing their best job to pester on the defensive end themselves as Hope try and come up with some turnovers.
Speaking of pestering on the defensive end, Tiffany Mish was being pestered on that one. Step back was no good. Back the other way come Hope. That one's almost stolen away by Mish. Gears up with it. No good. High Street coming down with it. Showing she can do more than just score. Schwartz attacking now. They like to run High Street off that trail position. Get her some momentum going to the basket. Mish driving the lane through 2 or 3 defenders. Rolled off the rim. Gears looking to run. Madison on the right. Pulls it back out. Schwartz swing to Gears inside to Frankie Buchanan. Kicks it out for Allison Hedrick, who brings it back to the anchor. Madison on the right wing directing traffic. Looking inside. It's not there. Over to Schwartz. Clearly they want to give Frankie Buchanan the ball. 2 dribbles. Reached in on. And that's a pretty easy call. Kendra Kuyat getting called for the reach.
Yeah, and shot clock down to that point, and she's leaning back. Maybe not the best look, and reaching in and getting a hand in there, maybe not the best idea at that point in the shot clock.
I think maybe the only thing was that she didn't realize how much time was on the shot clock. But in any case, Buchanan knocks down her 1 shot. And she's going to get 1 more.
Yeah, 3:05 left here still. This first quarter seemed to have gone fairly slow. 5 fouls in Rochester have helped that out.
And a lot of balls out of bounds and then several jump balls as well. Haven't seen a whole lot of turnovers, only 6 total, only 1 coming from Hope. But doesn't seem like, seems like everybody's a little tired from all the snow coming down outside. Schwartz into the lane, looking for the back door, no good.
Look at that defense Madison plays. Great footwork, stays low. We're going to get fouled here, though. Madison playing defense there on Erica Schwartz. And great defensive stance, knees bent, wide base, keeping those hands held high. Clearly Madison, a player who's undergone some great coaching. Obviously, we got a guy who's won 500 games. There's not a lot of contesting that.
That's very true, including 21 in 1 season of 21 games. Another turnover from the Warriors. More great defense from Hope. Sometimes it seems like the first half they do it all with defense, and then the offense comes out in the second half.
And that's why I always say, you know, if you want to beat this Hope team, you got to at least be in it at halftime. Because I've seen them in close games at half and then win by 30 in the second half alone. So if you're going to go into halftime down, you're not going to have a chance. Nice bucket there on the reverse from Buchanan.
Yeah, Jacqueline Schwark, nice flip pass. Buchanan, reverse layup, scooped it in there. 14-7 lead now. And it always seems like if you're not within 10 at the end of the first quarter, you might be in trouble.
Buchanan, what are you doing there?
Yeah.
Good defensive position and just bringing the hammer down. Going to get called for the foul every time right there.
Kiara Brown was going in for that one. Nice pump fake, had the left hand. Buchanan, as you said, did have position, but you could hear the slap all the way over here. Now Brown looking for two. No good on the first. McAfee coming back into the game. That's what the Hope faithful like to see. Second one rolls in. 14-8, just under 2 minutes. Here's some full court pressure from Rochester. Madison breaks it by dribbling. It's always nice when you have somebody who can break the press with those handles. Flips it to Gears on the wing. Three is no good.
And one mixtape there for Paris Madison. Get her out there.
She knocked that one away on defense, coming back the other way. But I think the story of the night so far is Hope's three-point shooting, or rather lack thereof.
Yeah, no doubt about that. 0 of 5 from beyond the arc. Rochester just 1 of 1. But Hope can't get that going. They're going to have a tough time. And boy, difficult foul right there.
That's a great spin move by Schwartz to get to the lane and go up with a shot. And Hedrick gets called for a tough foul, her second one, and she's going to have to sit down. Looks like Ali Gorsica is going to come in to replace her.
Yeah, it's certainly been an interesting first quarter. Yeah, Schwartz knocks that one down. Hope still finds himself on top, but really not firing on all cylinders in offense. So I suppose really Rochester should feel fortunate that Hope's not shooting well. They still find themselves down. But if they were knocking down a couple of those threes, it could be even worse.
Thank the powers that be that the score is only a 4-point deficit with 90 seconds left. But Hope has broken this press very easily twice now, except Gorsica turns it over right as it looked like they were going to get a layup.
Yeah, Gorsica's got a 2-on-1 with the player just standing helpless underneath the basket. You got to take the ball in and draw the defense out just enough to get your pass inside. McAfee, the All-American, standing down there by herself.
Yeah,
can't get it to her.
Make him commit. Tiffany Mish off the mark on that three. Hope back the other way after an impressive rebound from McAfee. Inside pass to Schwark. Knocked away by High Street.
High Street again. She's getting in there defensively, and Hope just can't do whatever they want like they think they can. Nice block right there from McAfee on the other hand. My goodness.
Yeah, Brown was going to take that one in, but rejected, to say the least. And another offensive foul. Moving screen.
Yeah, neither coach is happy with the moving screen that each has had called on him. Same referee that's called both of them.
That is true.
And I don't think he's going to be a fan of either head coach by the time we get out of this one.
I don't think either head coach is going to be a fan of him either. The look on Coach Brian Borehouse's face said it all there. McAfee went for the steal, unable to get it. Brown all the way to the basket, getting bumped right at the end. Could not convert the basket, looking to convert 2 free throws here. This has been a very drawn-out first quarter. We still have 39 seconds left. Miss Brown misses the first of 2. Schwark taking a seat. Traversa gonna replace her.
See if we can get Traversa an open look here and knock one down for her team. She's missed her first couple from three-point land. Obviously somebody who is used to making those.
Hopefully that doesn't stymie her confidence. The pressure handled very well by Hope there yet again. Madison blows right by Schwartz and lays it in. Why haven't we seen more of that in the first quarter?
Yeah, Madison player with a lot of quickness and athletic ability, obviously. Not many players can keep up with her.
And when they leave it wide open like that, she's going to take it for 2 every time. Calls of travel were being asked for. Schwartz went into the lane.
Hopped all the way inside, couldn't get it to go.
Traversa looking for a three.
That's off.
Had to
unless she
rush
banks
that
it
one.
in.
She had to rush it because she thought time was running out faster than it was.
Yeah, a few seconds more than she'd anticipated, obviously, but in the end, 16-11 lead for Hope after one quarter, and they went 0 of 6 from three-point land. That did not help. Knocked all 4 of their free throw shots down, just 4 turnovers compared to Rochester's 6, and they're winning the rebounding battle as well. So right now, Hope 6 of 19 from the field, Rochester 2 of 9, and that this seems to be the case a lot when we're calling these Hope women's games, Eric, that the opposing teams have a tough time getting shots up when they're trying to play basketball in a forest. Looking at Hope's defense out there, Hope with 10 more shot attempts in the first quarter alone than Rochester, so on pace to shoot 40 more times in this game. It's hard to win games when you don't get shots up. Only 9 compared to mid-19 for Hope.
Yeah, that's a big difference right there. We'll see if the rebounding margin widens as it normally does as the game continues. And along with that widening rebounding margin, the score generally widens as well.
And we see Dutch getting a picture with some kids here. And, you know, a lot of these girls basketball games, you see a lot of the young girls basketball players from the Holland area community coming out to watch these girls play. They're role models for the younger girls. I mean, being undefeated and all the success they've had, easy to see why a lot of these younger girls are always here in support of their favorite college basketball team.
That's right, and once you establish a program like this with the dominance that it's had over the last few years, it kind of advertises itself because everyone just kind of hears about how well they're playing, especially with the coach, Brian Morehouse, being in his 20th season now as a head coach. Running the handoff play at the top of the key. Didn't work out. Perkins, right wing. Gaddy cutting through. Traversa, top of the key. They're really looking to go inside here, and I think that's partly because their three-point shooting's been so off, but sagging really hard is Rochester. Spinning fadeaway from Anderson was no good.
Not a very good look there for Anderson, and Rochester's defense is holding Hope off the mark right now. They can't score from outside, so they're not forcing Rochester to step out and open up lanes to the inside.
And they've been switching up their defense a little bit, as that is a nice finish right there, Sam Charney. Switching up their defense every once in a while. They go to a 2-3 zone. Staying in the man here. Pick and roll, Perkins wide open on the wing, but they find McAfee inside, up with the right hand, and I mean, that looked like a pretty tough move, but you almost want to say that's just too easy.
Yeah, for McAfee, you just expect those to go in at this point. We've been conditioned to see her score points. That one's just thrown away. Anderson was standing there, almost didn't need to move to get in that passing lane.
Thrown away is a nice adjective as McAfee running the floor easily lays that one in. Already has 10 points on the night.
Yeah, well on pace for her average of just over 15 a game.
I would say she's slightly higher pace than her average. Her average might be going up a point 1 or 2 tonight. Of course, if she keeps getting looks as easily as she has tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot more to come. Falling down, Kim Charney, excuse me, wow, there's 2 of them out there.
Falling down is exactly what Elizabeth Perkins would claim happened. And the official blew the whistle, and at first didn't really see a call, and then just went to the arm for the hold, I guess. I thought it would have been a push before it were a hold, but Perkins just kind of walking away with a little eye roll there.
I kind of just assumed that it was a travel, but that's what you get when you assume. Schwartz finding High Street inside, and Maura McAfee. Give me more of that.
She'll have none of it inside. Now tipping it away. Great defense there from the senior. Keeping Rochester from moving the ball inside right now.
You just can't say enough about the way she plays, offensively, defensively, you name it. Even when she's having a tough night on one or both ends, she's still out there. Great competitor, great teammate. Looking for the trap in the corner now, but it's back out to Schwartz, who has pretty good handles. Another tip by McAfee. McCord with the shot clock running down, and that's going to be a violation. She didn't realize it.
No. Not at all, and nothing doing there on that offensive possession for Rochester. They'll have to make an adjustment. Hope up by 7. They've got the chance here to start doing what they do to teams a lot of times in the second quarter, start pulling away.
I think if they start getting hot from the three-point line, this game could change in a rapid pace. But for now, they continue looking inside. Gaddy with a sweet crossover, fouled going to the rack.
Yeah, nice move there from Angelique.
Overcoming her struggles of multiple ACL tears. Something I hope I never have to deal with personally.
And we're not even athletes anymore.
Exactly, we're retired. As she gets buckets on the first one, but still has handles for days. Danny Stats, the best stats man in the land, looking great down media row. Cheers on Jiki as she knocks down her second free throw. Crossover from Schwartz now all the way into the corner. Liz Perkins defending her now. Terrific defender as well. Caught up on Traversa. Schwartz was looking for McCord, got her, kicked out to Mish, and the long arm of the law, or should I say Maura McAfee, comes in.
Yeah, Hope's defense was just kind of running around in circles there, keeping the Warriors off guard, and they ended up adjusting, getting back quick enough, and adjusting, kind of over-adjusting quicker than Rochester had anticipated, and they come up with a steal.
Poor pass from Anderson, off the mark, but poor pass on the other end by Sharney. Cheeky falling down. Hope able to get a timeout out of it.
Yeah, went to the ground, was kind of looking to move up court without looking up the floor, just started dribbling without even seeing the scenario. Plenty of Hope players there to help out, but in the end, turns into a near turnover, but nice move there from Coach Morehouse to get the timeout.
He's a savvy veteran. He knows he's got 4 more timeouts to use. Plus, I'm sure all of the media timeouts that we'll see tonight will keep his girls fresh.
And of course, you can't do that anymore in the men's game. Coaches are no longer allowed to call timeouts. It's players only. Definitely an interesting rule change that we've seen come into play this year.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a huge fan of it, to be perfectly honest.
No, I would have to agree. I'm not a big fan of that rule either.
But they do what they can. Restarting play now. Hope up 22-13. Just under 7 left for halftime. Gaddy looking for McAfee off the roll. Out to Traversa. Perkins on the wing. McAfee stepping out for a jumper. Pure.
Somebody's hitting from outside.
Yeah, if she's hitting shots like that, you better watch out because she'll score from anywhere.
Good luck.
Good luck is all I'll say. Schwartz puts one off the window. Up ahead to Traversa. And Gaddy's going to reset now. Danger zone for the Warriors here. Searching as Gaddy skip past to Anderson. Not a whole lot of movement on the offensive end. Giving it to McAfee. Faced up. 2 dribbles. Almost lost it. Out to Traversa. Off the mark. She is not feeling it tonight.
Yeah, and Coach Morehouse saying good look, and he's right. Sometimes you're just not feeling it, and it's not her night so far. But she's got good looks. She's a good shooter. You just got to keep taking them sometime, and they'll go in eventually.
Shooters keep shooting. High Street into Anderson, who tried to take the charge. Schwartz almost stole that one from Gaddy. Secondary break. Nobody's guarding Gaddy to the basket. And because of that, somebody rotated over and got caught on the arm.
Yeah, it's starting to happen here. That's what I talked about. Hope up by 11 right now. You mentioned sometimes they start a little bit slow on the offensive end, but once they get going like this, it's like a freight train. You better just get out of the way. 11-point lead here and a chance to extend that lead.
Interesting call. They called that one on Tiffany Mish. I thought possibly it would have been on McCord.
Boy, I assumed it was on nobody but McCord. I don't know. She was the only one there.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody else in the area. Traversa taking a seat. Hard night for her so far, 0 for 5 from the floor. Gaddy with the second free throw. Around the world in 80 days and in.
It's like a horse trick shot right there if you can get that one to go.
Yeah, but then you got to call in advance. So you're doing around the world. Nice hands from Gaddy there. Out of bounds, staying with the Warriors. Doubled up now, 26-13. The offense is almost non-existent in the second quarter for Rochester. That's Kuyat in the corner, over to McCord. Taking it in, little contact, going to be offensive. Liz Perkins takes the charge, and a smile there from McCord. Obviously didn't think it was a charge.
Yeah, Perkins in good position. I just didn't see a brute force contact coming in to knock her over. But nonetheless, she got in the way, knocked her down. We get the charge call.
I'd say if anything, that'd be a charge or a no call. So Gaddy powering up the other way. Rimmed out. Warriors going to get it back. I was nervous that he had called an and one on that last charge call. Kuyat leading the offense. Gaddy with those quick hands. Schwartz moved to the 2 spot. That pass is knocked away by Perkins. Heather Randall seeing her first play time tonight. A sophomore out of Novi.
I hope she's got so many quality players they can roll off the bench and put it into the game at any time. That one's off the mark from Rochester.
And their even their role players just get that much better playing against them in practice every day. I mean, I feel like I would improve if I was playing against Maura McAfee every night in practice than watching her play in real life. Anderson kick to Perkins. Looking, jab step. Shot clock at 7. Perkins still dribbling. Taking it all the way in. Left hand floater, good.
Ooh, that's a pretty finish right there from Perkins. Perkins, a 2-sport athlete, of course, one of the leading goal scorers on the soccer team here as well. So clearly somebody who knows how to put the ball into the net.
That's right. Sometimes it does translate. Coach Pleasant calling timeout for Rochester College.
Yeah, it'll just be a quick 30-second timeout, and not a bad idea there. We've got just over 4 minutes left until half, and Hope starting to pull away. 28-13 the score now, and things have really turned around for Hope, where we're shooting 38.5% now as a team. Rochester just 3 of 14 from the field, so they've really struggled. And Hope hasn't missed any free throws tonight either. 11 turnovers for Rochester compared to just 5 for Hope. And that's a big difference right now. Hope's holding on to the basketball for the most part offensively. They're so good at getting steals and jumping into passing lanes, turning those into baskets down on the other end.
Yeah, they've over-doubled them on the scoreboard, and they've almost doubled them in shots attempted. So when the other team's just getting twice as many shots as you, that's, excuse me, really hard trial to overcome.
And now if Hope weren't 0 of 7
From
three-point
downtown.
line, this game could be pretty ugly by now.
It's true. Luckily for the Warriors, it's not. Sharney going in. That's Kim to her sister, Sam. I assume they're sisters. That three-pointer's off the mark. Rebounded by High Street. The bright spot for Rochester tonight.
Yeah, Heather Randall kind of backing away on the board, didn't find a body. That's what you need to do in a rebounding situation there.
Inside for Buchanan. Turns, lays it in. Great pass from Randall right there. Kuyat spinning on Madison. Throws it away.
Yeah, not on the same page there. Certainly looking to try and create some offense. Good spin move. Just couldn't find her teammate on the mark with the pass.
That's tough, and I think the 15-point mark is danger zone for most teams. Madison Gears, top of the key, and that three is the first one of the night.
Finally, and big there. They pull away even more if they get a stop in another basket. Hope could be up 20 already. That's what I'm talking about. They start to get away from teams, and the game seems almost to be over at that point.
And there's going to be a kick. And then everybody at home is stuck listening to a lot of terribly written jokes for the second half. I think 15 points is a big danger zone because one or two possessions the wrong way and it's 20. for a team down, but 1 or 2 possessions the right way, and it's only 10 again. So that's about where you got to try to make a run at. Of course, when you got 4 made baskets in almost a half of basketball, that's pretty tough. Charney from the free throw line, that's going to make it 5 made baskets. Credit that one to Sam.
Yeah, big knockdown there. And now they got to get some stops on defense, though. Hope keeps scoring at the rate they are. It's going to be a long day.
As much as I hate to say it, it starts on the defensive end, and that's not going to help. An and one for Buchanan.
Hey, Buchanan up inside. Nice power dribble to get the defender up in the air and puts it up. Just gets nicked a little bit.
Got behind the defense.
It's about as easy as it gets right there as far as three-point play opportunities. You just get tapped when you're already on the way up for the layup.
And all you have to do is take one dribble to get there. So an and one here for Frankie Buchanan. Corsica back in. And Buchanan slipped in behind the defense. They switched to his own right there, but wide open underneath. Knocks down the free throw, nothing but twine. 36-17. Running away with it.
Well, I tell you what, if you're Hope and you're looking at the defensive end at Kendra Kruyat, it's the spin move off to the right that you need to watch out for. It's the only thing I've seen her do, and I've seen her do it just about every time she comes down the floor.
That's right. And to her credit, it is a pretty decent spin move, but
yeah.
Eventually the scouting reporter is going to say, watch out for it. Another turnover from Rochester. Under 2.5 to go till halftime. Madison Gears, Hallie Yorsica to Paris Madison. Looking for McAfee. She's mishandled the last couple of passes
Yeah,
now.
same spot right there. I just noticed the same thing.
Turnaround for Buchanan, no good.
She loves that little turnaround, just catch and go.
She really does.
She's got to make them at a higher percentage, though, for it to be a valuable shot.
That is very true. Looking inside and found was Sky Donaldson, but the layup does not go down. And that one's out of bounds. Back to Rochester.
Yeah, tough shot there for Donaldson. Got a real good look inside, good seal. Just didn't get the shot to go.
Great pass from Kuyat to find her in there. Not a whole lot of offensive movement out of the Warriors. Kim Charney, right wing, finds a little space, picks it up, kicks it out. Gears in the passing lane. Ahead to Buchanan, and should be an easy lay-in, and it is.
There we are. We're over the 20-point threshold, and that's a tough spot to overcome. You're still in the first half, and Hope's House is that big of a lead already.
There's the spin move right there from Kuyat. And out of the spin, that's her, I think, her third turnover coming out of that spin move.
Yeah, good move, but got to keep your head up and look to pass, because that spin takes up her 2 steps. She's got to either shoot or pass. Usually just trying to pass a little too quick, and nobody home.
Even coach saying slow it down a little bit, agreeing with you. Maybe you should go into coaching. Around the curl, Gorsica
Oh, wow.
gets the shooter's roll.
Yeah, that's a home court shooter's roll right there. No doubt about that. That's big time roll.
Coach Pleasant shrugs his shoulders and says, what do I got to do?
Yeah, this one's starting to look lopsided. Hope certainly easy to say that they're a second quarter team. Sometimes you hear about second half teams. They're a second quarter team this year, and they see what the team they're playing's got. They scout them out, figure it out, and their offense just gets rolling.
Yeah, they really try to feel them out in the first quarter, and turn up the defensive pressure. Turnaround from Buchanan, off the cork and in.
Just nailed the back heel there and dropped down. Score looking pretty darn lopsided right about now. One more chance here for Rochester should they hold.
I would assume that they do.
And it looks like they might.
Down 43-17 here.
Hope still putting on the pressure up top, though.
Dead at the anchors, Kuyat finds High Street. I think they're going to have to look at her more if they want any chance of making this game look close.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Over to Sam Charney going in. No rim, no nothing. Rebounded by Paris Madison. And we are going to halftime with your Hope College Flying Dutch up 43 on the Rochester College Warriors.
Well, 43-17 the score, and things turned around pretty quickly in a first quarter that looked fairly close, and now quite lopsided here. Hope with a 26-point lead, and 2 of 9 from 3 after getting a few to go, starting out 0-7. That helped. get the ball going from deep, force Rochester's defense out, open up some lanes inside for the likes of Buchanan, McAfee, etc., to get some easy buckets inside. Rochester took 19 shots in that first half. Hope took 33. So besides having more than twice the turnovers, Hope's got almost, Rochester's got almost half the shots. So not a very good formula. They're certainly going to have to turn things around and do so quickly if they want to stay in this game, let alone try and win it.
We'll take a 15-minute break or so, and we'll be back to call the second half for you.
With 4 seconds left in this contest, down by 3.
Fellas, that's a great effort to get back where we are. Now, looks like we got 4 seconds. We got to have a 3. It can't be a 2. We're down 3. And here's what we're going to do. Judge, you're going to make this, and we'll win the game in overtime.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Holland, Michigan and DeVos Fieldhouse for the matchup between the Hope College Flying Dutch and the Rochester College Warriors. If you weren't with us in the first half, the Hope College Flying Dutch took a 43-17 lead. I'm Eric Van Swal alongside Blaine Wiersbicki.
Yeah, we saw a pretty tight first quarter, but then the Dutch started to pull away in the second quarter. And something we've gotten used to seeing this year. Once they get another team figured out, they seem to figure out how to score points. And that's just what they did. Hope's team that averages something like 80 points a game for a college women's basketball team. You don't see those kind of numbers very often. You don't see that for a men's team very often. That's very impressive to score 80 points a game.
They're clearly on pace for it tonight. And just backing up the assertions that you have made, it was 16-11 at the end of the first quarter. And then Hope went on a 27-6 run in the second quarter to get us where we are now. The Warriors going to take the first inbounds. And we got about 20 minutes of basketball left to play. See if there's any sort of fight. The girls in red, McAfee stealing it though. Back the other way, kicking it to Jiki. Taking it, a lot of contact. And we're going to get a jump ball.
Jump ball, Angelique was not too happy with that, but in the end, that's what we'll have, and Hope will keep possession and inbound here underneath their own basket.
Jiki flipping it up to Perkins. And I always think that's a dangerous inbounds play as Perkins takes it all the way to the rack and in. Just that quick little flip over the top to the elbow area. Schwartz now back the other way, all the way past, kicking it to McCord. That was a nice shot. No good, though. Perkins getting the rebound. Perkins running the offense now. Anderson to Gaddy. Running the weave inside to McAfee. Turn, no good with a right-handed layup. And she's going to get called for the foul. She's not going to be happy after that.
Yeah, you don't see her do that too often, but hey, she deserves some grace considering what she's done.
Very true.
So, anyways, Hope still with a 45-17 lead here. If you're Rochester, you got to come out and just start scoring. You can't go into the fourth quarter when you're down by something like 20 points when you've only scored 17.
Trading buckets is not something you can do here. And
No.
turning the ball over like that is also not something you can do. Gaddy flipping it to Perkins, guarded by Schwartz out top. In and out move, kicking it for Traversa, who's had a rough first half. Gaddy from the top. Not a whole lot of offensive movement. Spin from McAfee, right hand, and one.
Strong finish right there. She was clearly grabbed on the right arm trying to get up, and I didn't think she'd be able to get the shot to the rim, but she fought through it, got it up and in.
And after that missed layup and foul on the last possession, there's no person who is going to be madder at her than her own self. Making up for it right there. Old-fashioned three-point play. Not that she needed to make up for it at all. We all make mistakes. And right on her season average, 15 points now. Less than 2 minutes into the third quarter. Crossover right there. Very nice for Mish. Can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, nice move, set herself up, just sometimes they don't go.
It's tough. Lid's been on the rim for a few of the Warriors' shots. Gaddy, toe on the line. No good. Brought down well by McCord, but brought it too low into the waiting arms of Liz Perkins. Sneaky jump ball.
Yeah, just a nice play there, basically, and obviously Rochester staying with the possession. What you do there is you just change the possession arrow over, obviously, give your team a chance to get it next time when maybe it's more dire of a situation.
McCord on the right wing. Over the head of Traversa, who didn't see it, but it was knocked away. McAfee up to Perkins. Free lane to the basket. No good. Getting a foul call, though. Looked like another delayed foul right there. But in any case, 2 free throws coming up for Liz Perkins.
Hey, just an update over on the men's side for those of you watching here, the men are at trying. They're up 36-31 with 16 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the second half. The men looking to stay atop the MIAA and hope in no danger, obviously with an undefeated record and 2 wins over second place squad in a non-conference matchup tonight.
Perkins looking to extend their lead. Does so, cracking the half-century mark, 50-17. Well on their pace of 82 points a game. Left wing now. Picked up the dribble. That was Sui. Kuyat was looking to kick it out, fouled by Perkins, and she is close to incredulous. Now the real scoring battle is between Moore McAfee and the Warriors total team.
True, McAfee with 15 compared to 17 for the Warriors. That would be an impressive feat, no doubt about that.
Maybe shouldn't have brought it to everybody's attention, but got something to hold on to in this second half. McAfee out top. Traversa. Anderson into McAfee, in and out. Would have tied it up. It is lost out of bounds, though.
Just like that, Hope getting it back.
Just not holding on to the basketball. McAfee, Gaddy. Traversa, nice look, and she gets her first points of the night. That's just beautiful offense right there. In the first half, 15 total turnovers from the Warriors. Hope plays very solid defense, and another offensive foul.
Yeah, we've seen it, and it's that same referee we've seen call every one so far today, and we haven't seen either coach too pleasant, too happy with any of those calls. Traversa finally ends it. Knocked down for the top of the key. She just catches and fires, very quick release, and she doesn't mess around, and fortunate to finally get one to go right there.
Coming back the other way, Schwartz with a pump fake. Defended well by Traversa on the help side. Finds Sui, back to Schwartz. All the way to the basket, kicks it out to High Street, the leading scorer, and that's money.
Yeah, knocking it down right there. You wonder why their leading scorer hasn't gotten more shot opportunities so far tonight. Not that it probably would have made a difference in the outcome of the game, considering how well Hope's offense is firing right now. But High Street, just 2 of 6, 1 of 1 from 3. She's got 7 points.
Anderson falling out of bounds, gets it to McAfee, but she misses. Definitely would try to get number 32 more involved if I was wearing a red jersey. Instead, it's going to be a jump ball, which we have seen a lot of tonight.
And this time it's going to go to Hope thanks to the jump ball forced on the other end earlier. A hustle play from Perkins.
That's right, although this situation wasn't necessarily dire like we may have thought, it benefits the Dutch. Crossover spin from Gaddy. Schwartz is going to get called with a foul. 55-20 lead for the ladies in white. We're halfway through the third quarter. Gaddy all the way, all 5 converge on her, so she kicks it to Anderson.
And look at that smile from Anderson. Loving the pass from Jiki, and Traversa getting in on the smile fest as well. This team really loves playing with each other. Great chemistry. And it's a lot easier to say, too, when you win as much as this team does.
That's true, but in any case, they have a lot of fun. A lot of fun playing, and unselfishly as well, as Anderson was looking for McAfee. But struggling to hang on to the passes tonight. Speaking of struggling to hang on passes, that went right through Schwartz's leg.
Right on cue, and Hope's got a chance to go up by 40 points here, which sounds astronomical in most basketball games, but Seems like just about every game we do, they go up by 40 points at some point.
Well, when they're averaging 81 and giving up 51 on average, so averaging winning by 30 points, it does seem like they're winning by 40 almost nightly.
Next, I've had a few close games actually. Trying kept that one very close with them. Couple in single digits, so those bringing the average back down. You look at those close few games, all the other ones are winning by 35, 36, and sometimes even 40.
This may be one of those nights. Madison to Hedrick. Travel. Hope came in with the hockey substitution line change. Whole lot of new faces out there. And by new, I mean new to the second half. Gears, Hedrick, Schwark, Buchanan, Madison. Schwartz now for the Warriors. To Suey. Sharney. Back to Schwartz. There's just nowhere to go. Schwartz all the way in, finds Suey. Right as I say there's nowhere to go, Suey gets a wide open layup. Schwartz at the top of the key, over to Gears. Gears one dribble, picks it up. Schwartz on the block, back to Gears. In the corner now, 2 strong dribbles, and is going to get rewarded with a foul. It's going to go against Sam Sharney.
And being the 5th foul in the quarter. That'll put should put the Dutch at the line to shoot 2, I believe. Yep, they weren't ready for it. First I thought I was wrong. No, the players just weren't ready. It's a rule change this year along with going to quarters. Bonus rule has changed. In that 5 fouls in any quarter automatically equates to the traditional double bonus, 2 shots from the free throw line.
I guess it makes sense. If they cut the half in half, then they might as well cut the double bonus in half as well.
Yep, no regular bonus, and it just resets at the quarter. It's not like the NBA where it still goes by half. Nice offensive board in there from Buchanan off 2 missed free throws from Matty Gears.
Easier to keep track of that way. Paris Madison off the mark. Ripped down by Brown, but she throws it away. She was looking to break it out to Schwartz. Pick from Buchanan, nice crossover from Madison. Off the heel, off the front. Gears comes down with the rebound. Hedrick into Buchanan. Spin, no good. Madison ran into Hedrick. Looking a little shaken up after that one. Schwartz the other way. Flips it to Sharney. And that's a 3-ball.
That's a good look right there. And, you know, it seems like we'll get a timeout here from Rochester. Seems like, you know, they start to go on a run to get some momentum here. And then you look and see they're still down by 33 points. Hope's built really what seems like an insurmountable lead at this point. When at this point in the game, Rochester might finish the 3rd quarter with something like 30 points and be down by 30.
Yeah.
So obviously very difficult to come back when your 4th quarter deficit is the same as the total that you scored in the first 3 quarters. And we see that a lot. I mean, it's tough for teams coming here into DeVos in a different atmosphere. I mean, tonight's certainly a little more laid back, a little bit of a smaller crowd with the snowstorm, maybe keeping people inside their homes and watching both the women's game here and the men's game down at Trine on their screens at home. But nonetheless, still a different atmosphere for most NCAA and D3 teams coming into a building like this. Depth perception can be different with the hoops that seem to be floating in the middle of nowhere compared to right up against a wall. And Hope, obviously, a team that's good enough to back up a court like this. Tough team to come in, a tough place to play them in.
At the same time, it's the old Hoosiers line. The free throw is still 15 feet away, and the hoop is still 10 feet off the ground. But definitely a tough place to play. Hope hasn't lost here since January of last year. So over a full year since a loss at home has been seen on the women's side. Allison Hedrick Spinning to Buchanan, one dribble left hand, no good. Tipped around, Schwark. 2 more. Yeah, if you're a professional fan, you're sitting at home with both the men's and women's games on live stream. As I'm guessing most of you didn't make the trip to Trine. The other Sharney, Kim, that time, lighting up a 3, finding her target, not where the ball landed. Little full court pressure here from the Warriors. There's Madison breaking it by herself.
Not much trouble there for her. Frankie, good look for 2. Oh, offensive board flying in out of nowhere. You know, this team just got so many options as far as scoring goes, and a lot of size, a lot of athletic ability. And for other teams coming here into DeVos, sometimes you wonder if coaches just sit here and think, well, what are we supposed to do now?
You see that look on a lot of opposing coaches' faces, and that look of not even desperation anymore. It's just like you said, what do we even do now? Throw up the hands, throw up the shoulder shrug, set down the clipboard, and try to ride it out. 'Cause that's about all you can do. You hope for the first quarter that you can hang, and after that point, you better watch out. Kuyat now throws it away. Backcourt violation. Smart play from Sharney to grab it, otherwise it would have been 2 points for Allison Hedrick. Gears to inbound. Finds Buchanan, who has had a quiet 13 points tonight. Wild driving layup there. Another offensive rebound, though. Madison all the way in, hard drive. Hit pretty hard by Kuyat, who was not on the same page as the referee with that call.
Yeah, Kuyat picking up her 3rd foul already. She hasn't scored tonight. As we mentioned earlier, she struggled with some turnovers off that spin move especially. And we're going to get another line change here from Hope. Several players coming into the game.
And Hope playing just about everybody, if not everybody, on their roster. Oh, I shouldn't say everybody on the roster. There's a couple injured folk. Everybody in uniform tonight has seen the floor. Buchanan going up with it. Getting called for a walk. It's going to be a long drive home.
Yeah, no doubt about that on a Wednesday night. These girls still have their homework to do as well, but they've got the bus ride to do that. Hopefully they got it done on the way here. You don't want to have to do homework, think about a loss like this one, especially when you probably just want to go to bed.
That one was off the mark from Mish. Yeah, I would assume. I'm sure they're very diligent students over there at Rochester College and have gotten their work done way ahead of time. So they don't even have to worry about it.
The life of a student athlete. Thrown away again, though. My goodness.
That's right.
Somebody hold on to the basketball.
That's Mary Gibson seeing her first action. Gibson now. Over to Madison. Buchanan posting up. Finds a triple team. Looked to kick, but kicked it to Kuyat, who's wearing a red uniform, all the way back the other way. And hustling all the way back is number 20, who is not even on the roster.
Yeah, we've seen that issue a couple times now. Called the game earlier. Had the same thing happen. And
possibly Victoria Swift. She's on the bottom without a number here.
Be Vanessa Freeberg into the game. We've got her on the live stats. Swift is the injured player with the knee brace on the leg. She can't bend that thing. She was the freshman phenom before. Oh, what a finish there from Gibson.
At the buzzer, Mary Gibson floating one.
Getting her team back up by 38 heading into the 4th quarter. And hopefully everybody gets in, gets a chance to play, and just has a little bit of fun this time around.
That's right. Number 20, Freiburg.
Just an update from the men's side. Hope with a 46-34 lead over Trine in one of the biggest tests left on the season. Trine, obviously, one of the better teams in the MIAA going on the road. Hope's got two out of 3 games after that on the road for the men. But senior night on Saturday, this Saturday, against Adrian, students will be heading on break, so that's too bad, but should be an open spot for the adults.
Yeah, that's poor scheduling right there.
That might be listening. Senior night coming up for the guys. Girls, of course, held theirs last Saturday. Obviously, they were thinking ahead a bit more. Not a bad idea. And they got that senior day in, and the same day Coach Morehouse got his 500th win.
Not a bad night.
On the other hand, for the girls, they've got 3 regular season games left as well after this, just like the men. They're home against Albion Saturday at 3, and then you got the senior night for the men at 7:30. Game at Kalamazoo the following Wednesday, and finishing things off at Calvin, the women and the men. The women's game starts at 12:30, so a very early start at Calvin at 12:30 Saturday, and then the men will start it up at 3.
Of course, it's not that early. You and me will have been studying for 4 hours at that point on a Saturday.
Yeah, by that time on a Saturday, we'll have been up studying for my communication and internship and middle school math class that we take together here.
We might be bridging on to high school stuff next week.
Yeah.
If we're lucky. Schwartz to McCord.
Not to say the education isn't quality here at Hope.
Obviously one of the best, otherwise we still wouldn't be here. That shot was off from McCord, and as Madison drives in, she spins it in with a little English off the window.
That's an impressive finish right there, getting bumped, turning, tossing it up, and not too many people in the house wouldn't be impressed by that move right there to put Hope up by 40.
That was a terrific finish. Off the mark from the free throw line. Buchanan knocked it out of bounds. High Street, 12 points, the high for her team. Very surprised that she has not seen the basketball more.
Yeah, we mentioned that early on. We thought maybe a change, but still not getting a whole lot of shots. Oh, real good look there. Wide open layup. Doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Now Randall at the top, looking for Buchanan. Mary Gibson had a nice finish to end the third quarter, going up with the left hand and is fouled there.
Gonna get Schwartz with a foul here from the looks of things.
I was gonna say I didn't even see who the foul was on. That's her 4th foul, so she's got to be careful. Gibson couldn't quite get the roll.
And that's the one thing, Hope's another dominating performance, but started out perfect from the free throw line. They missed 4 late here. And after that, make now 16 of 20 as a team, so still doing just fine at 80%. But they were perfect. And turnover battle's certainly been 112 for Hope compared to 26 for Rochester. The other thing to notice, Eric, is that Hope started out 0 of 7 from three-point land. They've made their last 4, though, to get up to 4 of 11. Pretty respectable look for a team.
Yeah, that is. And like I mentioned, they're around 35% on the season and 36.4 for tonight. So those 4 in a row really helped widen the scoring margin and boost the numbers.
It really regressed to the mean there. Oh, what a find inside. That's a laser beam pass up top from Freiburg to get it down into Gibson, and
that was gorgeous.
And a nice finish.
And when you're I don't even know the numbers, 11th and 12th player coming into the game or making passes and finishes like that,
what's an opposing team to do?
Absolutely nothing. Randall picked up her dribble, finding Madison. Madison's kind of that stopover player. She plays 6-man with the starters and comes in with the role players, as well as Heather Randall from the corner knocking down a triple.
My goodness. Things are getting out of hand.
Just Everybody in the lineup can play the game of basketball at a high level.
Good.
Schwartz all the way in.
Good thing to see on your college basketball team, that indeed all of your players do know how to play. It's always exciting. And right now, clearly showing that with a 40-point lead here.
Inside to Buchanan. Spin back to the baseline. Just off the window. I'm sure that's a move that she'll work on and improve drastically for next season.
Yeah, no doubt. Just a freshman and scoring almost at the double-digit mark.
Mary Gibson with a beautiful steal. Almost went all the way down. Gets her own rebound, though, because it bounced right to her.
Yeah. Interesting play right there. Coach Morehouse going to get the timeout, get a few subs in, because with 7 minutes left here in the game, 75-33 lead, and looks like Coach Pleasant will get a few subs in as well. Everybody's going to get a chance to play. And that's exactly what you want to see in a situation like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Update over to the men's side. If those of you watching our broadcast aren't tech savvy enough to pull both videos up at once, try and closing the gap a bit. It's a 48-43 lead for Hope. Hope got that lead all the way up to 12, but looks like Tryon's gone on a bit of a run here. And so just a 5-point game down in Angola. The great city of Angola, Indiana. And Rochester, another offensive board. Foul going to be called, and I think they'll get Madison here on the reach.
Yeah, I think so as well. It forced Kuyat to take multiple steps without dribbling because of that bump, resulting in the need for a foul to be called. Knocked away nicely, though. Gorsica knocking out of bounds. Here's Kuyat at the top. Crossing over. Well, he can't come up with it. Here's Randall. There's Gibson. Gorska looking inside for Schwarg, tipped around. Brown ends up with it. Here's Kuyat back the other way. Interesting, she didn't start, but she has been running point for pretty much the entire game.
Yeah.
Crossover from Mish, bumped by Madison. She's going to get another foul. That's her second foul. So both fouls coming pretty closely to each other. Kick to the corner, and that's good. Mish knocks it down.
Nice little knockdown right there. No doubt about that.
Could use a few more of those. Those are her 3 first points.
Junior guard out of Chippewa Valley High School. Knocking down the big 3 ball. Oh, 3 from the wing. This one's off the mark.
Randall missed the layup, got a rebound back, and kicked it to Gibson. Here comes Kuyat. Spinning back, fired by Sharney.
Wow.
And Sam Sharney
Starting to light it up.
knocking down a couple threes. She's got pretty quiet 10 points.
Rochester trying to climb back into that 30-point range here.
Gibson inside to Schwark, faces up, 1 dribble step back. Beautiful shot right there.
Really a nice finish. Just stepped in, but kept the body square, kept the her weight on top of her feet instead of fading away, and didn't make a shot tougher than she needed to make it. Knocked down the simple 2.
Thrown away again by Kuyat.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to get time out here quick from Coach Morehouse, just so subs can get in the game. Don't imagine we'll see too much stoppage. And looking at that turnover margin, it's 30 turnovers already for Rochester. Still some time to be played. And it'd be tough to look into the history books and see a lot of teams who won a basketball game with over 30 turnovers.
Very true. Not a number you want to see, unless it's for a good stat like 3-pointers made. Gorska put a drive into that. Off the heel. Here comes Sharney the other way. Misses the left-handed layup. That was a tough angle. Kuyat tracks down the rebound. Looking inside, nobody there. Trapped in the corner. Gives it up now to Brown. Nice, strong move. Went up with the left hand, tried to split the defenders, and gets the foul. Going to be charged to Schwark here. Her first, team third of the quarter. So 2 more if they get, 2 more in the next 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Be seeing more free throws from the Warriors. That one is no good. 77-44. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Hedrick running the point. Gorsica, hard drive, going up with it, and she's fouled. Gonna see more free throws.
Things are going to grind to a halt here. We'll definitely see a lot of free throws.
It might be reminiscent of the first quarter, where not a lot of action happened.
Nice hit there from Garcia at the line. Big to knock down your free throws when you're up big like this and the outcome of the game isn't in question. It's always still important as a competitor to work on the things you need to work on. And everybody always needs to work on your free throws. Last time I checked, nobody in the history of the game's ever hit 100% for a career. So always good to get some work wherever it might be.
Very true. Mish couldn't convert on that shot. Gorsa crossing over to Hedrick all the way in. Looked like somebody had a partial block on it, but she fought through it.
Yeah, it's a good finish there from Allison to get that one to go.
Doubled up now, 81-40. Mish in the corner, wide open.
Ooh.
And a wide on that shot. Hedrick 2-on-1 the other way. Going up strong with the left hand, and she finishes. Nice couple finishes there from Hedrick.
Yeah, finished from both sides in there. Defender, hands held up high, good defense in the transition, but great finish just to go up over the top and get it to go.
Nothing you can do about it. Kuyat going in, fouled by Hedrick. Has been a large part of the action the past few possessions.
So one more foul on Hope, and Rochester will be heading to the line to shoot 2 regardless. Update on the men's game, Hope with a 52-45 lead over Trine, and they're in the last couple minutes, just like we are here.
It's a race to the end. Based on the speed of this game, I would assume they're winning. Almost thrown away, but Kim Sharney comes up with it. Nice spin move there. Gets it out to Kuyat. Down inside now. That one's off the mark. Sky Donaldson, the freshman. But the Warriors are going to keep the ball with 3 minutes and 4 seconds here. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Double screen for Kuyat. Looked like there was a lane to the basket. Decides to pull it out. Alyssa Webb with the ball. Over to Sharney. Down to 3. Has to float one up. Had to force that shot. Wasn't able to finish. Heather Randall with a nice rebound.
Hedrick playing the point guard right now. Interesting to see her at that position. She's a versatile player, but just awesome to see everybody getting a chance to play at the point where you see Allison Hedrick in there playing point guard.
That's right, and it's awesome to see Allie Gorsica knocking down 3-pointers like that. That is beautiful. Kuyat all the way to the rim, and now all the way to the free throw line.
Hedrick's going to pick up her 4th foul there. That might be an 86-40 foul there to get a chance to get to the line. Not sure that I saw Hedrick actually make contact with the shooter. She's had a few of those tonight where she's struggled. Certainly not a player that's going to get upset or get in anybody's face about it, but just her quiet disagreement.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
Regardless, 2 minutes, 22 seconds. As Kuyat misses the pair, and Hedrick comes down with the rebound.
Yeah, Roger's got to be careful, or Hope's going to beat him by 50 here.
They are already above their total season average. Great rebound from Gorska there. She's played well this 4th quarter. Was looking for Heather Randall, but she had the chair pulled out from her. and hit the deck right as that pass would have hit her in the hands. Nice one-handed scoop around pass. Gorska playing out of her gourd past few minutes here. Trying to let Coach Morehouse know that she wants more PT down the road, perhaps. That ball is off the leg. Right to Allison Hedrick. Going up. Almost another fantastic finish. Instead, we're going to see more free throws.
Yeah, under 2 minutes here. Hope up 46, like I said. Rochester's got to be careful. They could lose by 50. Hedrick can knock down a few free throws that would certainly
There's one.
make it close. You don't see that margin too often, no matter the level. 50 points.
There's
We
another
mentioned,
one.
mentioned Hope win a lot of games by 40 points, but 50, that's something they've been able to do too often.
Well, they're up 48 right now and guaranteed at least 2 more possessions. Mary Gibson playing hard defense all the way out at half court. Lisa Kowalski doing the best she can. Stripped away from Kim Charney. Hope coming the other way. Nice bounce pass, but Donaldson did a great job getting back, hustling on defense. She's got the ball now and
Oh my goodness.
throws it away. Allison Hedrick easily laying it in.
She just walked her way in, and now it's 50-point margin.
90 to 40. 110 left in this game. And I'm sure the Warriors would like this to be over as soon as it possibly can. Almost backcourt there. Under a minute to go. Kuyat has a whole lane to the basket, and Allison Hedrick playing hard to the end is going to fall out of this game.
Yeah, Hedrick disqualified now with 7 points, a couple nice buckets to finish off the game. And she'll get the ovation from the crowd. She falls out from playing hard.
I do believe she has 8 points, knocking down both free throws. The scoreboard does say 7,
Yes.
but she knocked both her free throws down on top of 3 layups.
Yep, and at the end of the day, Eric is correct. 3 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, so 8 points and 3 boards on the day.
Every once in a while, I get one right.
Yeah, a blind squirrel does find a nut every once in a while.
So I've been told. I've never seen that acted out in person, but
With all the squirrels we have on campus, hard to believe you haven't seen that before.
it's a very valid point.
Not sure on the blind squirrel population, though, relative to the total squirrel population.
We're going to have to run a statistical analysis and get back to you. The margin is 49 now after Kuyat knocked down 1 free throw. Gorsica looking inside for Schwark. Finds Freeberg instead. Heather Randall in the corner, spinning to Gibson. Nice ball movement. Over to Freeberg, inside to Randall. And another foul. We're going to get 2 more free throws. Kuyat with the reach around, her 4th foul. Probably not going to foul out with 32.8 seconds left.
Yeah, and you hate to see the game slowed down by fouls this late when the game's decided, but credit to the referee, still got to do your job, and clearly reaching around, making contact, trying to get around on the entry pass into the paint there.
I guess on the other hand, you got to give credit to the players as well for still playing hard despite the margin on both sides. Heather Randall, 2 for 2. 92-41, and we're going to see no more than 2 more possessions. That one's up for 3, no good. Alyssa Webb had a good look at it. Mary Gibson coming down with it, and I would assume Hope's just going to dribble this one out. Kicked out to Gorsica. 8 seconds left, and she's going to hold. And this one's going to end up 92-41 in favor of the Hope College Flying Dutch over the Rochester College Warriors. Thank you for joining us this Wednesday night. Do we have an update from the men's game, Blaine?
Yeah, just peeking over at the men's game real quick. The live stats seem to be a little bit slow trying to load up right now. The video tough as well, but from the looks of things, for some reason we haven't been able to get the live stats too. to reload for some reason. Still saying 50 to 45 with 4 minutes to go, which of course we know is not the case. This game should be pretty close to getting over.
Well, in any case, you can check out that game now that this one's done. Final score 92-41, Hope over Rochester. We hope you enjoyed your night and stayed safe and warm inside on this blustery Holland, Michigan night. I'm Eric Van Swall for Blaine Wiersbicki, signing off.
With 4 seconds left in this contest, down by 3.
Fellas, that's a great effort to get back where we are. It looks like we got 4 seconds. We got to have a 3. It can't be a 2. We're down 3. And here's what we're going to do. Jed, you're going to make this and we'll win the game in overtime.